Hello everybody, welcome aboard. Today we're going to have a very special opportunity to talk about Lean Six Sigma, this powerful methodology that helps companies to improve their process and to increase their results, that helps professionals to develop their careers. So today you're going to have a very special moment to understand the main points of this methodology, because you're going to receive one of the great specialists on this methodology around the world, Dick Tysons. Dick is a master black belt, author of this series of books, Climbing the Mountain, Lean Six Sigma Green Belt, Black Belt, and Yellow Belt. And we are very, very proud to receive Dick here to understand how this methodology is being used around the world. So come here, Dick. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you, Tiago, for the invitation.
Nice,
Hey,
that's nice. Thank you very much. And I also would like to thank the Six Sigma group that organized this annual meeting, which is very important for us here in Brazil to spread the Six Sigma methodology and help people in the society to become stronger. I'd like to understand why Lean Six Sigma is a very used methodology around the world.
It is important to understand where it comes from, because Lean Six Sigma was not defined, let's say, in a week time. So it's a result of almost 100 years of improvement methodologies put together in an improvement method, Lean and Six Sigma. In the beginning, it were two different methods. So Lean is more from the eastern part of the world and Six Sigma more from the western part of the world. And about 15 years ago, it became together as one big improvement methodology. But it started already 100 years ago.
Yeah. But why? Why it's important? Why does the companies use it?
Yeah, well, first of all, why does a methodology last for 100 years? That's important because it proves its power. Otherwise, it would have been gone and replaced with something else. So it really helped companies and organizations to solve problems, to produce in a better way, better quality, lower lead times, shorter lead times, and then in the end, solving problems and costs. So it's a cost benefit for companies. I very often draw three circles on the piece of paper. It's about cost, quality, and time. So it's lower costs, higher quality, and shorter lead times. And actually, if you focus on shorter lead times, producing faster and delivering faster, and have a good quality, so no problems, then the costs go automatically down. So cost savings is sometimes the starting point for projects, but very often it's about time and quality, and then the cost comes automatically.
What kind of process and company can use the Lean Six Sigma?
Yeah, you're right. It's all started in industry because it has physical products. So you can pick the products, you can investigate them, you can measure performance of a product from a dimensional standpoint as well. Does it fit? Let's say, is it a good product? It started in industry. Especially in automotive. And since like 15 years, more or less, you see that other industries adapt these methodologies. So currently, nowadays, it is used in many different types of industries. So healthcare, government, service management, chemical industry, high-tech industry. So you see that it's many companies, many organizations, many type of companies adapt these methodologies, especially Lean. And in the high-tech industry and chemical industry, it's also more and more Six Sigma. When I was starting my career, I have never heard of Lean and Six Sigma. I studied mechanical engineering at a university. They didn't teach me anything about Lean Six Sigma techniques and tools and methods. So I was learning this in industry. How? Because I was involved in problem solving. So there was a problem, and at a certain time, the problems were that big that they looked for somebody to solve these problems. And then I got aware of techniques because I was coached as well in my early years, of course, with somebody which was experienced. and he learned me some of the tools. And then I was able to use these tools to solve problems that other people were not able to solve. Not because I was that smart or because I understood that process, but because I was using the tools. And I got enthusiastic, of course, because I was able to achieve results, and I was studying then more about Lean and Six Sigma. And then I noticed that it's a very powerful toolkit.
We have a lot of students in different kinds of engineering that are interested on Six Sigma. Do you think that this methodology is powerful for any kind of engineering?
Yes, I think for many types of engineering it is powerful. So first of all, you have the different kind of industries. We already mentioned, and you mentioned chemical industry, automotive, the normal mechanical industry, let's say. But don't forget also outside the industry. So people which are not engineers can benefit from these methods. But I always say for engineers, so either if it's design engineer or a quality engineer or let's say a process engineer, this is basic knowledge. More greenbelt stuff, let's say, is basic knowledge for engineers, educated engineers. So first of all, you have within Lean and Six Sigma, you have 3 different levels: yellow, green, and black. And sometimes in the middle there's some orange level, which some companies use, but mostly it's yellow, green, and black. So I would say that the yellow belt is an awareness training. So everybody in an organization applying Lean and Six Sigma should have a huge amount of people that understand the basics, which is a yellow belt level. So those people are team members. They understand the language, but they are not able to apply the more technical tools, let's say. So the green belt level is there for the engineers, the project managers, and the real problem solvers that want to deep dive into the problem solving process and managing these problem solving activities. So the black belt is the difference between green and black belt is that the green belt is more inter-department. So in a certain machine or certain allocation or certain departments, they're using that as a problem solving. And the black belt is more across different departments, across different industries, or maybe with a supplier and a customer and an organization itself. So it's more broad. So you need more management tools to be a black belt, first of all. Not only technical tools, also project management, change management. And the other difference between green and black, it gives you additional tool set. So some more complicated tools that you don't use very often. And for green belts, it's too complicated. But for black belt, they have knowledge about these. So it's two different.
It's quite similar than you have in Brazil. We have a small difference because some companies has the white belt to start. But the idea is the same. You know, one thing that I believe that is the most important thing in this methodology is that as soon as you start to apply it completely, you create a machine to develop people in your company.
The white belt is there. So the white belt is more in front of the yellow belt. So it's really awareness. So this is like a starter, and this is more experience, this is the expert. And the white belt is what you can teach in a couple hours. People would understand what the D-mic means.
Now I have a very, very important question here. What's the salary range of a person specialized in this methodology?
It's difficult for me to talk about how much a black belt will earn because it differs. From industry to industry, from company to company, and especially from country to country, of course.
Sure.
What I can say is that a black belt most of the time earns more money than a green belt. For a yellow belt, not specifically, because it gives you the basic knowledge to be a team member, but also you see a lot of managers are not green and black belts. Unfortunately, they should be, but a lot of managers which earn more money, they take the yellow belt. But I think it's important that you see in a lot of vacancies, if you are looking for a job, sometimes it is required you are a green and black belt. So it gives you the opportunity to apply to certain jobs more easily than other people which are not green and black belts. And of course, this gives you then more money.
And
more opportunity.
I've already saw a lot of companies who they put a requirement for you to become a manager, you need to
You see that sometimes. I would like to see that more, because in the early days of Lean Six Sigma, especially for General Electric and Motorola, for instance, these companies were demanding each manager should be a black belt or at least a green belt. Now you see some companies doing that, but not all companies, unfortunately. I talk many managers that do not have the basic knowledge of Lean and Six Sigma, but the middle management and project managers and engineers, they have these knowledge. So I would say that the top managers should become more knowledgeable about the power of these methods.
Yeah,
and they can earn more.
For sure.
Because not by earning more only, but because by saving a lot of money for the companies that they work for.
Yeah, different ways to earn.
And if you prove that you can save a lot of money for a company, and I can say some figures about that, I would say that a greenbelt project saves at least 50,000 euros for a single project. But I have seen greenbelt projects that saving 400,000 euros on a yearly basis, and a black belt even more. So, and a greenbelt project takes like 3-4 months, and you could do it as let's say as part of your job.
Yeah.
But a black belt, some companies hire black belts to do this full time, and they can do like 5-6 projects on a yearly basis, saving $200,000 per project. So you can do the calculation. They can do a lot of.
But what's Lean Six Sigma Academy and EXIN bringing to Brazil?
Yeah, so we teamed up the LSSA with EXIN early this year, because the LSSA, the Lean Sigma Academy, developed examination programs, not only the books, but also certification programs and content to serve training institutes, universities, organizations, and in the end, individuals, professionals. But we cannot conquer the world alone. So we have the content, and EXIN has their specialism is to serve companies and organizations and individuals to take the exam and to do the certification. So they do the official part of the certification process and bring it around the world, including Brazil.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy now to introduce this to Brazil as well.
Yeah.
I would like, and I think that's important, that if we talk about certification, that it is worldwide recognized. So not every country, not every training organization defines their own certification. So if you have one certification across the world, it's easier for people to work in international companies and travel around the world and say, well, I'm Lean Six Sigma certified.
And Dick, to finish, what would be the first steps for the one who wants to develop their career on the Lean Six Sigma?
Yeah, you're talking about a professional, an individual person. You should have the knowledge first, of course, before you can apply it in an organization. So you should find the training institute or do it yourself, but that's difficult. So especially for the higher levels, you need to follow a training and get certified. And we have 2 types of certification. Maybe I should explain. You have the theoretical part and you have the practical part. So the theoretical part you can do by following training and do the exam. But it's like driving. You can have your driver license, doesn't make you a good driver. So you have to practice. So for the green belt, you need 1 practical project, and of course then you need an organization where you can apply this practical project. And for a black belt, it's 2 projects. Together, then you can get the theoretical and the practical certification, which makes you a real green belt and a real black belt, and not only theoretical green belt or black belt.
Yeah. So thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Nice to receive you here.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.